Assalamualaikum and good evening to each and everyone, especially to you, ma'am. I am Sumaya Maulana and this is my report of misconception about metacognition. So let's begin. There are a number of misconceptions surrounding metacognition and the related construct self-regulated learning. Misconception number 1 is that metacognition is simply thinking about thinking. Although metacognition does involve thinking about one's thinking, it is more complex than that. A large part of metacognition is actively monitoring one's own learning and making changes to one's own learning behaviors and strategies based on this monitoring. Misconception number 2 is that any strategy used while performing a cognitive task is metacognitive. This is not always the case. For example, using phonics rules to decode an unknown word when reading is a cognitive strategy. Flavel in 1981 identified a useful distinction between the two. First is that strategies used to make cognitive progress are cognitive strategies, while strategies used to monitor cognitive progress are metacognitive strategies. Misconception number 3 is that a teacher plays no role in their learners' metacognitive practice. Although a metacognitive approach typically focuses on allowing the learners to take control of their own learning, the teacher is still required to help in the development of their metacognitive skills. For example, the teacher needs to set clear learning objectives, demonstrate and monitor metacognitive strategies, and prompt and encourage their learners. Misconception number 4 is metacognition is only applicable to older learners. Some researchers like Binman and Spence in 2005 believe that metacognitive skills do not emerge until a child is 8 to 10 years old. However, Whitebird and Pino Pasternak in 2010 document a number of studies which indicate evidence of young children's metacognitive abilities. Findings include children as young as 18 months demonstrating error correction strategies, 5 years old children showing an awareness of forgetting, and 3 to 5 years old exhibiting a wide range of verbal and nonverbal indicators of metacognitive processes in nursery and reception classrooms. These studies demonstrate that although young children may not be able to describe the metacognitive processes they are exhibiting, it does not mean that these processes are not occurring. Misconception number 5 states that metacognition is a general skill that can be separated from subject knowledge. Metacognition is specific to the task being undertaken and stronger when learners are more confident in the content. While we can describe metacognitive skills generically, putting them into practice requires subject knowledge which can influence how the strategy is applied. A reading comprehension strategy employed for investigating a scientific report will not be effective if the student has no background or understanding of the concept within the report or the language of that style of report. The clue is in the word without cognition, there is no metacognition. And that's all. I hope you learned something about my brief report and thank you.